Hi YouTube, this is Jasmine86. I'm feeling like really good because I just ate. And if anyone knows me, I'm kind of, greedy or whatever. But I'm kind of in a good mood. I'm going to review Basketball Wives that came on last night on VH1 at 8 o'clock p.m. So if you guys don't know, check it out on Mondays. And I really don't know why I continue to watch it because it's just like so much drama, everything keep going on. But I always do my reviews. So on this particular episode, everybody knows that the girls are in Tahiti. Is it Tahiti or Fiji? It's Tahiti, I think. Please, y'all, sometimes my mind be going. But anyway, they're on vacation. And like we all know what happened last episode. Tammy kind of went in on Keisha, and I had to go in on her because I just felt like she was being a bully towards her, and just so unnecessary. It's like, you're a grown woman, like, why are you doing all that? Anyway, this is episode Tammy, Evelyn, and Shawnee, they're on a boat or whatnot, and Tammy's kind of saying how, she felt bad or whatever. She did some thinking and she felt bad. Oh, so she always feel bad after she goes in on somebody and hurts their feelings and make them feel like they're nothing, and then she all of a sudden wants to apologize and all this other stuff. So she basically was telling Shawnee and Evelyn how she felt bad, whatnot, and she really think that her and Keisha should sit down and have a real talk, a real grown-up conversation. It's like, girl, bye. Like, why didn't you do that in the last week episode? Like, why it had to be all that drama, and why all that, and then all of a sudden you just feel bad and you feel like you guys need to have a conversation. If I was Keisha, I wouldn't even want to talk to you, like, for real. Like, you stole the girl's purse, wouldn't give her the purse back. It's just like so much drama. I would just totally separate myself from you. I wouldn't even want to talk to you. Why we need to be friends? We can, you see me, I can be cool with you, or we cannot speak at all. Like, it don't have to be anything. But anyway, Jen and Kenya, of course, they finally get there, and y'all already know they had put the fish and everything in the girls' room and all this other stuff, such childish stuff. But anyway, they see Jen on her when she's staying at the little cabin. They see her on a balcony, whatever. She's just chilling, and they're like, "Oh, there goes Jen," and they like, "Are you sure?" They was like, "You want to say hi?" And they was like, and Evan is like, "Don't say hi to her." Like, just little stuff like that. What else to talk about? They had a part where Keisha was talking to her grandma at her apartment, and she was just basically telling her grandma everything that happened when she was with the girls, and how Tammy went off on her and stole the purse. She was basically telling her all this stuff. And she was just like, I just don't like the drama. She was telling her grandma or whatever. You know how us women can get. I can kirk off if I want to. But Sammy don't really want to see the real side or the other side of her and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, girl, like, well, you have another side. That should have came out when Tammy was doing all that talking. I'm not saying she had to fight her. But it's just like, I just felt like she could have spoke up for herself, because Tammy was doing a lot of talking. She just was just talking. So I felt like Keisha should have took up for herself a little more, but it's all good. I'm still on Keisha's side because I think Tammy was just out of line with that whole thing. And then, this episode was just okay. My thing is, Kenya, they went, and they know that the girls had put the fish and stuff in Kenya's room. So they was like, Shawnee and Tammy was like, we should go and see if the smell is still in there, blah, blah, blah. So they go to Kenya's room, and they open up the door. And they like, oh, well, are you coming out? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah. And then they like, oh, my God, when she opened up the door, you can still smell the fish everywhere. I don't know how she stands to be in that room. And they like, well, Kenya's crazy and all this other stuff. So Kenya comes out. And she meets them at the bar. They're all sitting there drinking. It's Shawnee, Evelyn, Tammy, and Susie, of course. So they're all there. And Kenya's just looking like, she has this like weird look. Like something's really wrong with Kenya. And everybody's like, and Shawnee's like, what is wrong with her? And she's just staring at Evelyn like this, whatever. And she's basically like, Tammy was saying, well, we haven't seen you since the whole incident went down with you and Evelyn. How do you feel about the situation? And she was just like, well, I just don't appreciate a bottle being thrown at my head. Whatever I said or called you, if I said you was, if I called you a hoe or said whatever I said, I still don't feel like I deserve to have a bottle being thrown in my head. So Evelyn was like, so what do you want? So you want an apology? She was like, I mean, basically. And so Evelyn was like, you know what? I do apologize because I know sometimes when, you know, I get upset, I see red. Like, I say whatever, I do whatever, you know. So I do apologize for throwing a bottle at, you know, your head, whatnot. So then Tammy goes, oh, well, where's Jen? We haven't seen Jen. If she's not going to join us, she's not a part of the group. And she's like, well, I just know Jen is upset. She was like, well, what happened on a plane ride here? Kenya, trying to get information from Kenya. She was like, nothing. She said, I just know that Jen, you know, she's upset about the whole situation. And I think she's just kind of trying to separate herself and all this stuff. And it was like, so she's not going to be seen with us. And Kenya's like, I don't know. I mean, I just know how she feels. I understand how she feels and blah, blah, blah. So, they're like, okay. So, Shaunie and Tammy, they decide to go and they finally see Jen. Jen, was talking. And they finally see Jen. And they're talking to Jen like, you know, hey, you know, what's going on? We don't see you. We don't get to talk to you like we usually do. And we don't appreciate that and all this other stuff. So they like, well, we really want you and Evelyn to have a talk, a grown-up talk, because you basically y'all been friends for too long. And Jen's like, I don't know, because I'm just over the whole situation. I don't even feel like I need to talk about it. Basically, you know, whatever. And so Evelyn, mind you, she knew Jen was over there having lunch or whatever with Susie. But she was like, I'm not going to go over there because that's in a restaurant and I'm not trying to start no drama or whatnot. But after she saw them talking to Jennifer, she's like, you know, I just feel like I have to go and say something to her. So she goes over there and she starts talking to Jen. And she's like, you know, I'm just trying to have a real conversation with you. And do you know, blah, blah, blah. You remember on the blog how you say we don't date the same type of person. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And we need to put all our cards on the table. And I'm just like, oh, this whole time, Evelyn's been like, I don't need to be friends with her. She's dirty. I don't care. Calling a Jen all kinds of punk and so she's a pussy. Like, she's just saying all this stuff about Jen. But then you won't go and why even talk to her? If you don't want to be your friend, why even try to go talk to her? It's almost like I mean, I understand you being friends with somebody for a long time, but if you yourself says, you know what, I'm over her, you know, she don't need to come to my wedding, like, we're not cool anymore, I don't need to speak to her, why are you gonna go over there and tell her she need to put all her cards out on the table? I'm like, what is that about? And then in the next she said something to Jen started walking off and she's just like, you know, I don't get this and you need to put your cards on the table, you're not Miss Innocent and all this other stuff. And then on the next episode, she's talking, and basically she was saying, well, how she was like, well, how I don't go around let's talk about how you were still married, you were still effing people and going out sleeping with guys. And Jen was like, dating and sleeping with people are two different things. And then on the next episode, Jennifer and Evelyn talking. She's like, oh, we're not gonna talk about the guy that you slept with in Las Vegas when unprotected sex you had with a guy in Las Vegas. And I'm just like, whoa, like, I don't care how bad things get. If you've been friends with somebody a really long time, and like, I have a really good friend that I've been friends with since middle school, and even if something really bad happened between us and like we're no longer friends, and if I knew some information on her or whatever she did in her personal life, she knew some information, I know she wouldn't, like, we'll just not talk. Like, I don't need to go out of my way and tell her business and say, oh, well, she did this with this guy, or she did this. Like, why? I don't even care anymore. If we're not friends anymore, I wouldn't even put that out there. So to me, it's just like, Evelyn, what's the point of you saying that on TV that, oh, she's been with this guy, or she's stuff? Like, who cares? It doesn't matter if you and Jennifer are no longer friends. Why would you even put that? It's almost like she's trying to say Jennifer's trying to make herself this innocent person and she never does anything. She's always trying to play the victim. But I'm like, at the end of the day, she was your friend at some point. So for you to go out and just put her business out there, like, I think that was wrong. And I just think, like, leave it alone. Like, if Jennifer and Evelyn, they don't want to be friends, don't be friends. Like, everybody, Tammy and Shaunie always trying to get somebody to talk because, of course, Shaunie wants the drama for her show. But it's like whatever. Like, if they don't want to be friends, don't talk. Whatever. Like, let Evelyn be cool with Tammy and Shaunie. She don't have to be friends with Jen. You know what I'm saying? If Jen want to still be cool with Tammy and Shawnee without Evelyn around, or she see Evelyn and they don't talk, or maybe just say hi, but even they don't say hi, like, it doesn't matter. They're just trying to make drama. Like, this show is really getting on my nerves. Like, I don't not want to be on television. Like, I don't feel like that. I just feel like it's just so many games and they play like they in high school. It's like, y'all supposed to be grown. Y'all like 30 and 40 years old, running around trying to beat up girls and cussing them out and want to fight, and it's just tiring. It just gets tiring. And then, excuse me, I always ask myself, like, why am I watching this? But I tell y'all, reality TV is, I guess, my guilty pleasure or whatever. But like I said, I'll be back to review, of course, next week when it comes on next Monday on VH1 at 8 o'clock. Make sure you guys tune in. Feel free, you know, to add any comments. Feel free to subscribe. I can't even talk, y'all. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate everyone for watching. And please click the like button if you like this particular video, or if you've seen any of my videos and you like them. Everyone who's tuned in and watched me and talk about any and everything, I really appreciate it, because you don't really have to do it. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back in a couple of days with a new video, you know, or something's always going on. And I always like to keep you guys informed about different things. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.